Come chill on the couch with us.
Welcome back to the couch for another edition of Fresh and Local, not thanks to Chicken Treat. Now, let me just tell you, Chicken Treat used to be our great sponsor. Now they're no longer. They chickened out on us. But we're looking for new sponsors. So if you would like your picture there, or your logo there, see it says Chicken Treat, just for an example, or you'd like it down here, see down there where it says Chicken Treat? Wonderful chicken. If you haven't tried it, I've still got another 100,000 vouchers, so I could still eat their chicken. But if you'd like to be a sponsor, please contact us here at the couch, because we would love a cooking sponsor. That way people like this lady can come in and cook for us. Her name is Fran Boccardo. It's a fantastic new business that she's running. It's called Everyone Can Cook. Hello and welcome to the couch.
Hello, Fred, and thank you.
Thank you for being with us. Look into that camera there, because everyone wants to see your lovely face.
Hello.
You're making a wonderful recipe for us today.
I am, Fred. I'm going to make cavatelli. It's homemade pasta, and then we're going to finish it off in an aglio and olio sauce.
Now that's garlic and oil sauce,
That's
isn't it,
correct.
for those people who don't speak Italian? Yeah. Before we start that, tell me about Everyone Can Cook.
Everyone Can Cook is a home business, and when I say home business, I've got a purpose-built kitchen attached to my home, ideal for 8 to 10 people, a dinner party setup, and it's the type of setup that you come to. You enjoy some delicious food, inspired from my Abruzzese background, which is a regional Italian cooking. And at the same time, you get to witness how it's actually put together and made. So
I love the idea that everyone can cook. And the other good thing is, I've been to a lot of cooking schools, and you don't eat right to the end. With yours, you eat as you go along. Absolutely,
Fred. And that's where the people have got the opportunity to taste the food, say what they like, and perhaps maybe not like about it.
Sounds
I don't
good.
know. But yeah, it gives them the opportunity to ask the questions.
All right. Well, let's get on with this meal. We'll talk as we go along, because I think it's a great name to Everyone Can Cook. Because, you know, with Master Chef and all these great shows now, people are loving cooking. Let's have a look at the ingredients. So we've got some oil here and
olive
some
oil,
water,
yes, and water
on the table. I'm going to hold up the ingredients here. What have we got there, Fran?
Arugula, which is rocket.
Yep. That one there.
Some salt and pepper.
Pepper there.
Some sun-dried tomatoes, and be sure to use the dried tomatoes, not the semi-dried, otherwise it'll all just break apart in the recipe. And I think you're holding up the garlic and the chilli.
Yes, it is.
Put as much garlic and chilli as you like, and some fresh flat leaf parsley.
You've made your own pasta as well, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Okay, what have we got here?
That's semolina pasta.
Semolina, why is that so special?
3 parts semolina, because it's made from durum wheat, and it's got high protein. It gives more elasticity. You get that lovely soft pasta.
And what have we got there?
A little bit of plain flour just to balance it off, and some baking powder.
Beautiful.
Because we're not using egg in this recipe, the baking flour will give it that little bit of rise.
Together?
And it'll give it a little bit of rise and lightness as well.
Well, I'll let you do your thing then. What are we doing to start with?
Okay, we're going to make the pasta to start with. So you put in your...
Do a lot of people still make pasta, Fran?
I would like to think they do. I think there's definitely a shift back towards making homemade pasta.
Because my mum's got one of those machines that she turns the handle and makes the tagliatelle. And
yeah, look, I've got one of those, and that's what I generally use. Today I'm just showing off and making it all by hand, because this is the authentic way.
It's nice, though, don't you think?
It is, it's lovely. And all jokes aside, if you've never made pasta before, this is the one to start with.
Simple.
Because you don't need any equipment at all. It's all by hand.
Do you use olive oil?
Yes, definitely. Just a dollop.
What made you want to go into cooking, Fran? I mean, why? Because you've got a different background, haven't you? Is it an accounting background?
It is an accounting background. I guess you could say I've gone from cooking the books to cooking up a storm. I don't know.
I think that's a great one. I was going to say you would have known how much it costs to run a cooking school, and you probably still went into it, which is amazing. I love the idea that you've built a home kitchen, which people are going to love. Yeah. We're going to come out there when you come back from overseas.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
And have a look for you.
Yep, that'd be great. All right, so you just got to bring it all together, and it does get very messy and what have you. Add the baking powder towards the end, bring it all together.
You're enjoying that.
It's messy.
Do you know what?
I've always liked
making my own pasta, like for pizza and stuff like that. It's so good. And if you've got kids, you can always cook with them, and they love it, don't they?
They love it. Just make sure they wash their hands, though, before you let them into the dough.
Okay, fair enough. It's very important they wash their hands.
All right, so you just keep adding a little bit of water till all that comes together. And it just takes a few minutes to bring it all together. Now, don't be afraid. If you've added a little bit too much water, just compensate by adding a little bit more flour.
They're telling me that we need to move really quickly with the pasta.
Okay, well, fortunately, once you've brought it all together, you wrap it in plastic, you put it aside.
Oh, you put it under the bench and it rises.
And voila, there it comes.
Look at that. Beautiful. What are we going to do with that?
Right, what we're going to do with that is we're going to roll it out.
Yep.
I'm just
now,
gonna...
Fran, have you always liked cooking when you were a child? Like you've got Italian parents and that.
As a young girl, I grew up in a big Italian family, and beautiful food and cooking was around me everywhere. Took it for granted. So it wasn't until later in life, like in my 20s, when I started having dinner parties and that I really started to appreciate the value in food, and that's when I got back into cooking. And more so in the last 10 years or so, since I've had my daughter, I'm more and more interested about the food that goes into the ingredients. Sorry, the ingredients that goes into the food. All right, so we just roll it out flat like that.
I'll get that out of your way.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Normally you would just slice off the end, but I want a nice long piece.
So you just cut it with a knife?
Yep.
Okay.
So to make our cavatelli, you just roll it out.
Yeah.
Cut your little bits like this.
The little pieces.
Yep. And the beauty of this is you don't need any equipment. All you do is you get it, put your thumb on it and roll it out. If you want to make them a little bit fancy...
And what are they called? Cavatelli?
Cavatelli, meaning they've got little holes inside them.
Beautiful.
If you want to make it a little bit fancier, use the tines of your fork and roll it on your fork. Oops. And if you want to get super fancy, you can get a little gnocchi paddle.
Beautiful.
That does the same thing. Okay?
Now, what do we do once we've got the pasta?
Now, once you've got your pasta, you need to boil up the pasta and cook it beforehand. Yep. Only takes about 5 minutes. Give it the taste test. Do it to your liking. Okay. Get your pot on the stove. We need some olive oil to get it nice and hot.
Sonia's telling me we've got 2 minutes left.
2 minutes, we will be done, Fred. I promise.
We'll be right, because I know that you've done very well making your own pasta, and that we did that all this morning.
All right. We'll get the garlic and the chilli in there. Get that sizzling.
Make sure that stove is on there. It's on.
Yep.
Beautiful.
And then we basically
Fran, do you know roughly what it's going to cost for someone like me that doesn't know how to cook to come and see you and hopefully become a master chef?
Yes. The classes will run for 2.5 to 3 hours. Yep. Bear in mind you'll get a beautiful meal, and you... sorry, it will cost $95 for the evening. So 2.5 to 3 hours worth.
I'll let you do that.
All right. Now that comes in at the end. Throw in the pasta.
That looks
and we
incredible.
are just about done.
And is it that easy? Just
yes,
toss
it
it all
is.
together.
Absolutely. Yep.
While you do that, I'm going to get one that you prepared earlier on.
So if you prepare your ingredients beforehand, it does take only a minute or so.
I love the magic of television.
Throw the rocket in and just let it wilt through.
I'm just serving it up now, Fran, because I know you made me some this morning. While you make that one.
Don't forget the piccolino cheese or
look at that.
Parmigiano, whichever you prefer. There we go. Done.
Fran, that looks incredible. Tell us again what it's called.
Cavatelli al aglio and olio.
Can I try some?
Certainly, please.
Beautiful. I'm going to try some. You carry on. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, there's
That's
another
beautiful.
pot.
Now, the school's, once again, the school's called Everyone Can Cook. Please check out our website, thecouch.com.au, for details. Fran will be back on the show very, very soon, and we'll tell you more about the cooking school in a few weeks' time in August, and she's travelling overseas to Italy to learn how to cook better. So I'm looking forward to that.
I am too, very much.
Thank you very much. We'll see you in August.
Thank you, Fred.